Hello friends, I am John and I am the 3D 80s kid. Hello friends and welcome to episode 17. In today's episode I wanted to do a little bit of a celebration. I have reached a personal milestone point in terms of where I am at with my first major vintage collecting project. I'm sure if you've watched any of my videos, you've noticed in my collecting case, I'm doing a bit of a player run.
But I can run like the wind blows.
Thanks for the info, Forrest, but it's not that kind of run. What I have been working on is collecting all of the Topps cards of one Mr. Willie Mays. And I have now reached the point of having a complete San Francisco collection for him.
San Francisco?
Yes, Mork, San Francisco. So I would like to show off my collection to this point. So here we go. So up first, the Giants moved to San Francisco after the 1957 season. So for the 1958 Topps set, they actually listed them as the San Francisco Giants. Despite the fact that the actual stats on the back from the 57 season would have been from them playing still in New York in the Polo Grounds. But this card here, I know it's a little bit snowy.
No, it's beautiful.
Thanks, Bill Paxton. It did make it much friendlier on the budget, so this was a nice addition to the collection. Incidentally, I actually bought this one from Ty Wilson of Chasing Cardboard. I didn't even realize it was him until I saw in the notification that it was coming to me and recognized the name of his user profile in eBay. So, fun fact there. So, these are great on the back too, with the cartoons like lots of the 50s and some of the 60s cards have. So, another great addition to the collection. So up next, we've got the 59, which is a beautiful color of...
in yellow, bright yellow.
Thanks, Mrs. Brady. And with this one, I got a perfection here in the picture area in the center. And it's got some wonderful gem mint creasing up here where it's less noticeable, and a little bit down here to make this also a very affordable addition to the collection, which I love viewing every day. Once again, has the nice cartoon back. They actually gave full statistics on this one as opposed to the single year like the year before. But another great card. So up next, we have 1960 Topps. And if you're a watcher of the channel, you know my thoughts on this one.
How colorful.
Thanks, Jeremy Irons. But that's not all. I mean, I just love everything about the design on this one. The two photos, the alternating colors, the logo, the old-time logo in the corner. The 60 Topps set is just my favorite of anything. And then the backs on here, we've got cartoon as well as some highlights listed and with the stats. Just love 1960 Topps. So up next, we've got 61 Topps.
He's very off-center.
Thanks for stating the obvious, Lorelei, but, you know, as Lou Rock says, OC cards need love too, and I am loving this one in my case. Not the best as far as photo goes. I don't really like the fact that many of the 61s are hatless. I mean, a baseball player should have his hat. I mean, at least, it's practically a mug shot, honestly, with the way they did this photo. So, but still, love the 61. In my case, this one, they made the cartoons a little smaller with more space for the stats. But another great addition to the Mays run. And now with 62 Topps, this looks like somebody was trying to experiment with
Wood, Jerry. Wood.
Yes, Kramer, wood. Great design here where it's like a poster on the wood. Just classic that they've clearly in love with since they paid homage to it there with the 87 set, and they seem to keep going back to this whole wood grain look with card after card that you see in the modern ones. Beautiful card with him post swing there and a smile on his face. And then on the back, we've got a nice little cartoon there along with the write-up and the stats at the bottom. So another nice addition to the collection. And up next, we have 1963 Topps. And now, while most sets only give you one picture, with this one...
And you have two pictures.
Don't look so sad, Princess Mia. Most people love this set with the two pictures. This one's been another one that's a classic that keeps getting replicated, with the 83. And even with this coming year's 2023 Topps is another homage to this original classic here with the two pictures. And now this one, I was able to get a much prettier front than I would normally be able to afford, thanks to some wonderful back damage that really spoiled the grade there. So this one, got the little cartoon. And even the damage on the card isn't really even messing up my ability to read anything. So this one was what I would call perfectly damaged. So, and another great addition to my wall. So up next, we've got 64 Topps, which if you watched my SGC grading video, you've seen this one. And as far as my thoughts on this card, I think it's
Plain and simple.
I couldn't agree more, fake Zuckerberg. Now this one here on the back, we don't have any cartoons on this one. This is pure stats, but it is kind of a nice orange coloring they've got on the back of this one. And it's just nice, kind of how they did a good job with matching most of the team coloring with all the coloring on this set. So also a very nice one to look at on my wall, 64 Topps. So up next is 65 Topps, and here's another set where they injected some new color into the mix. I love this purple border on this card. Love the yellow pennant with the old-time logo and team name. And on my particular copy, I was able to find a really nice bargain that has just a beautiful image of Willie up there that is just crisp and untouched. And then it happens to have what I like to call a gem mint crease.
So, Mr. Matthew, it was creased and I brought it down to iron.
No, sir. It is not for Mr. Matthew Crawley. This is my card, and I like the crease where it is. Hands off. So, as I was saying, the crease here just gives it where it's just the right spot for me visually, that it just doesn't intrude, and I love this card. On the back, We've got the stats all across there with the nice blue border. Once again, we still don't have any cartoons like we had on the earlier sets, but still a nice looking card. So 65 Topps, another winner in my book. Up next is 1966 Topps, and here we've got pretty clean, fresh design there. And the most striking thing to me is the great big smile.
A great big smile?
Yes, Mr. Brady, the great big smile on Willie's face just brightens up this card. One of my favorite pictures of his entire run here. This was also another one featured in my grading video. Love this card here. On the back, we've actually got a cartoon back in the mix in this design, along with showing his complete stats to that point. So, all in all, 66, another really nice card. So up next, we have 67 Topps. And this one is a really clean design. But look what they added on there for this year.
It's an autograph.
Well, it's not a real autograph, Greg, but it is a nice little facsimile, which is kind of cool still nonetheless. These cards are also just have a nice vibrant look to them with their simpleness. The back here, they switched it up and have a vertical back with some small cartoons and then also full stats. Need the reading glasses to read those cartoons on this one. Nice green color there. 67 Topps looks like another winner in my case to me. Okay, now with 1968, I wonder what the players told Topps that they wanted for this design.
Make us wear burlap sacks.
Must have been the case, Gene, because that's what they got. The funky burlap border there with the 1968 set. Some people love it, some people hate it. I'm a little bit in the meh camp on this one, but still a nice looking shot. And of course the photo there, it's a little bit of deja vu all over again. If you didn't notice, they completely reused the photo from the 65 Topps there for Willie. So that's kind of a downer there that they were that lazy with the photography. But still a decent looking card, and gotta have it, gotta complete the run. So on the back here, once again, they went with the tiny cartoon with full stats and the whole vertical alignment on everything. So there we go with 1968 Topps. On to 1969. Here we go. Now my thoughts on this design after just examining it, it just feels like 1967 Topps and 1968 Topps got together.
And they had a baby?
Exactly, James DeFranco. I mean, you've got the team name here at the bottom like the 67s. You stole the circle from the 68. You've got the rounded border that the 68 uses. But then the clearer, sort of crisper, some more simple, just design to it like the 67. I'm pretty sure it is the love child of 67 and 68 Topps here. So on the back, we went all straight up stats again on this design. So there we go, 69 Topps. And here's 1970 Topps. Now, when I first started looking at 1970 Topps cards, I just wasn't sure about them. I was a little undecided about how I felt. But now at this point, I think
Gray rocks. Gray rocks.
Exactly, Bodie Lock. The border on this is really a simple design, but it just works. I like the script lettering. It's just a nice looking card. On the back, we've got blue and yellow with full statistics here. So there we are. 1970 Topps. Sharp looking cards. And now we've got 1971 Topps, black borders. Myself, I just don't know that I am big on the whole black border thing. Don't know that I like the look. But you know, it's still a decent looking card, a relatively simple design. You know, I like having the whole facsimile autograph in there. That is a nice touch. My personal copy here, this is the one I'm still just very mysterious about. If you saw from my grading video, I was predicting a 1.5 on this one because I just figured the borders alone, with how chipped up they are, how rounded the corners are, that alone just felt like it was more in the 1.5 neighborhood for me. And then if you move this card right to left, you can very quickly see that the surface is scratched up to the point it almost looks like Edward Scissorhands handled this thing.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, Edward, you can't help it. But still, whatever. It's a 3. That's what they say. So I'll just move on. Now on the back, I really like the nice green on these, and the little portrait there, the extra picture you get on the back. It's a nice back design. So do like the backs on this year. So there we go, 1971 Topps. And now we're on to Willie's last card in San Francisco. We've got 1972 Topps. If you watched my VR response to that 70s card show, you'll know my thoughts on this. I kind of think these cards are
Almost psychedelic.
Thanks, Paul Reiser. You nailed it there. And I think they are great. It's become the secondary set for me to collect besides the 1960 Topps. And this one is no exception. Love the orange and black on the lettering with the yellow background and the stars and the 3D effect. It's just classic. It screams 1970 with this one. The back is pretty muted though. We went with just the all stats look with the orangish background there. But love the 1972 Topps set, so this one's great on my wall here. And I know at the beginning I said this would be a San Francisco run, but I did go for that one last card. Here we've got 1973 Topps, and he's in that Mets uniform, and I just can't stop thinking to myself,
It's so wrong, you know?
exactly, Stan. It just does look wrong seeing him not in the Giants uniform. And at this point, I mean, he looks like an old man. It's just not the same Willie. But the 73 Topps is a nice design. Love this little position icon thing they put there. Nice simple white border. It is a clean looking, nice design for that year. The back, they went with the vertical back again with full stats, as well as then even getting a little cartoon again on the top there. So while this looks wrong with him in that Mets uniform, I just had to complete the run there. And so there we go. There's the last card of my run for this video. So you might be wondering at this point, am I going to complete the rest of the run going back into the New York years? I'm going to try, but it's absolutely going to be a long process. Those cards get pricey, especially when we get down to those first two with the 52 and the 53. But I am going to be patient, find opportunities, and see if I might be able to continue it. But it's kind of going to be a side focus at this point as I'm trying to expand my breadth of players in vintage as opposed to the depth of this one player run. So what do y'all think of my run of Willie Mays cards at this point?
Legendary!
Thanks, Barney. I think so too, and I'm the one that gets to look at it every day. So I love looking at these cards. It brings me joy. So hopefully you enjoyed this little walkthrough of Mr. Willie Mays, and I will hope to see you again soon. Goodbye for now.